Good afternoon, Speed Gaming 2. Welcome to some more Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament action. Today we have a Group V matchup versus shadyforce and someone325. Someone seems to have won Game 1, so Shady going to look to win Game 2 to even things up. This is a Group V matchup. The winner will be playing. It looks like the other side of this bracket was already won by 2C over Furious Magic, 2-0. 2C being the 4th seed. So interesting to see. I think we're going to see a lot more of those little upsets. I've seen a lot of names in weird parts of the weird portals I would not expect, both to the good and to the bad. So definitely going to be some interesting results coming in for this tournament. But right now, waiting on the start here. We are hard mode standard. So standard, of course, meaning that we're going to go through the escape and rescue Zelda. Hard mode, of course, meaning that we're going to max out at 14 hearts. We're going to have no more than a tempered sword, no silvers, no mail upgrades, only a fire shield at the most. And we get a lot of money to start with, which will be nice when we get to Kakariko, but not a whole lot of use of that for that right now. Of course, we're going to see what the item is, but what weapon we're going to get to start off. Okay, we're going to fall down the hole and see what we get. A sword. Well, that's boring. I'm sure the runners are really happy to see a sword. You won't have to worry about running out of magic or running out of arrows for a bow start. We'll be able to check these prize packs. Looks like the guards are not going to be in a good prize pack. We want bombs because we want to be able to check the sewer's entrance at the back of the escape. To get bombs, we need either the bombs prize pack, which would be obvious because it'll just be all bombs. We're not getting that. If the first drop is a small magic container, that means that eventually it'll roll around to a single bomb drop. And if we get a heart for the first one drop and a fairy as the second drop, that'll eventually roll to an 8 bomb prize. But unfortunately, the guards are in none of those packs, so I'm not going to see a whole lot of extra guard going. The snakes that we'll see later on are in the same prize pack as the guards, so I'm not going to really worry about them. But when we get to the rats, hopefully the rats are in a different prize pack that'll give us bombs. Or maybe we'll just find bombs in one of the chests. So this is hard mode. What that basically means is all the items are essentially available. But once we get to a 3rd sword, the 4th sword will turn into a green 20. The silver arrows will turn into a green 20. All mail upgrades will turn into a green 20. The 3rd shield will turn into a green 20. There's 16 heart pieces available. Once we've got all those, the rest will turn into green 20s. And I believe it turns out to be 6 regular heart containers that will then eventually turn into a green 20 when we get past that, except for Sankart. Sankart is always Sankart. Shadyforce is going to have to be a little bit careful. Down to a half a heart. Don't want to die in the escape here. Looks like someone's going to go ahead and use the pot. Shadyforce making sure he kills the guard because he's so low on health. And we get a small key in Zelda Cell. Now we're going to walk back out. Not a whole lot going on the way out. Things won't get much more interesting until we get to the rats and into Dark Cross. See what's at the Dark Cross chest. So chat, are we going to get bombs or are we going to be left without them? And of course, like I said, the guards are not in a bomb prize pack, so just not going to kill any of them. I see a little bit of hope for bombs. Okay, someone's gonna be the first to get to the back. And of course, this being standard mode, we will have a light cone in this particular set of dark rooms. If they come back here, we will still have a light cone. Any other dark room, we only get the light cone if we find the lamp. Okay, about to get to the rats. Start seeing what they drop. Fortunately, with the sword, we can kill as many rats as we want. Ah, there we go. We got bombs. Runners are probably super relieved to get those. Rats were in a rupee prize pack anyway, so very, very relieved to get the bombs in those chests. At least if it wasn't a bomb prize pack and no bombs available, you can be assured that your opponent didn't get them either. And we will get to see what's in the sewers here. The map, more bombs, and more bombs. And someone says, you know what? I got enough bombs that I can go ahead and bomb out the top. It's a little faster, I think, to go out that way, but a lot of times you don't because you want to save those bombs, and shadyforce doing the same thing. 6 and 7 bombs, respectively, going to be plenty to get through to do everything they want to do in Kakariko. And just groupies at Zelda, at the sanctuary. And it looks like, let's see, it looks like someone's not going to check the lumberjack. We did see a map check over on Shady's side. I did not get to see what the map pendants and crystals were. I'm sure our tracker Bandman will get on it as soon as he can. Shout outs to Bandman for doing the tracking, doing the hard work. And a bomb tree pull. Looks like Shady's going to go ahead and check the lumberjack. Ooh, a mirror early. That's always a nice find. Okay, someone falling down the hole. Getting our first green 20. That's got to be a mail upgrade at this point. Heart container sitting on the lumberjack. We're not going to go out of our way to get that. Especially given there are plenty other heart containers around, and by the time you get to it, it's probably going to be green 20 anyway. Okay, so someone going to be the first one into Kakariko Village. And in Blind's Hut, we have money, arrows, a flute. Always nice to get the flute before you leave town, and more money. So the flute's a good find. And a master sword. So nice couple nice things down there in Blind's Hut. There's the someone map check. We do see the Desert Palace is a pendant, and it looks like red crystals on Eastern and Tower of Hera. So that Pyramid Fairy could come into logic very early if we get the items like a bow and a lamp for Eastern, the items to get up to Death Mountain. So far, just a piece of heart in the well, and another piece of heart, and another piece of heart. And a glove! Plenty of money for the bottle vendor. And a good thing because we're only getting 20 back. Someone remembering to activate that flute. I'm going to go into the chicken hut next. While Shady activates his flute. Oh, wow. Apparently, shadyforce did not go into the wall. Skip that Master Sword. That's going to be a narrative for a while. Obviously, there's still 3 swords out there, so there's still 2 more swords out there. If he finds both of them, it won't matter. But if he ends up stuck on Master Sword, or even worse, if Fighter Sword, if that is the only sword available before GT, or if the other sword is just in really bad spots, he might not remember to go back there. Because he probably has already marked that on his tracker that he's checked it. Looks like there's a piece of heart on the library. Won't be coming back for that. Oh, wait, here we go. He's already... Okay, this is good. He's realized that he didn't go through the door. He's going to go back and get that Master Sword. I'm going to be pretty happy that he did that. Someone's going to flute away. And flute to the dam. Another piece of heart. And another piece of heart. And someone's not going to go out of his way to grab that. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of pieces of heart around, and eventually they're going to turn into green 20s anyway, so no reason to go out of your way to pick one up when you're probably just going to run into them in chests anyway. And me Moldorm has another piece of heart. 50 rupees. More bombs. More bombs. And a boomerang. So not a whole lot of value in there. And someone not going to go to Ice Rod Cave. Gonna flute, looks like... Oh no, just gonna flute there instead of walking. We're going to start running out of places to go. There is, of course, the eastern area. Not a whole lot you can do on the mountain, but we do have that mirror, so at least you can get in. Actually, I shouldn't say that. With that mirror, the Tower Hera is available. So it's 2 items, plus a couple items, 3 items on the mountain itself. Of course, 1 out of logic, since technically you're not supposed to be rescuing that old man without the lamp, but everybody does it anyway. In fact, to me, it's the most important dark room to learn. And that's exactly where someone's going to go. Meanwhile, Shady's going to get his disappointment of Mini Moldorm Cave. The boomerang is a nice item to have, but definitely not what you're looking for at this point. Shady's gonna go ahead and flute over to Ice Rod. Yeah, he's gonna take the flute to make it a little bit quicker to get over to Ice Rod Cave, basically following in someone's footsteps. And the old man with some more bombs. Bombs have not been an issue this seed. All right, on top of Spectral Rock, we have another piece of heart. And 300 rupees. And shadyforce decides to flute over to the desert, sees a piece of heart sitting there on the desert ledge. Well, someone is going to go over to Hera. We do see a map check. We have green pendant at Skull Woods and a pendant at Swamp. Everything else is regular crystals, since our special crystals are both in the light world. And just a piece of heart at Agina's cave. That would have been really good for Shady had that been something good. Might be a while before someone gets there. And an ice rod. We are going to need that ice rod, so it's good that we don't have to search for it, but not what we need right now. But definitely good that we're not going to have an ice rod hunt. We get the small key. Looks like someone is going to set up for the bomb jump. And it looks like I'm joined by Ninjembro. Yeah, how you doing, Ninjembro?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Sorry I ran a little late.
Yeah, it happens. Good to have a partner, though. Not too much happening so far. We've done all the standard checks, and as you can see, we've got a flute, a mirror, and a glove. Still looking for that Dark World Axis. Lots and lots of pieces of art showing up.
Yeah, I see that. I've been tuning in for about the last 5 minutes or so, and I've been seeing lots of pieces of art. Alright, so it looks like the runners are looking for either a hammer or their second glove for that Dark World access.
Also gonna need a moon pearl. I don't think we saw the second item in Hera, so without a fire source, not gonna be able to get it. What is that bunny sprite over on Shady's side?
Yeah, it looks like in all that confusion, Chad is saying that the Moon Pearl was actually a vanilla location, so someone
Oh, I
325
missed
did
that.
find it.
Well, there you go. Well, then we just need a glove or that second glove or a hammer, like you said. At this point, I guess Eastern is really the only play. I mean, Shady's already checked Gina. Are we gonna see what is someone? Oh, just gonna check the Lake Hylia Island, make sure it's nothing interesting. It's not.
Just some arrows.
And this is a seed where we could see the runners not even bother to get flippers if they're in a bad spot, because logically required for Ice Palace, but not hard required, and Swamp being a pendant. Of course, for me, anytime I see a pendant swamp and I don't have a hook shot, I'm always thinking hover seed, and that's not good for me. No idea if either of these runners can hover. Oh, there are myths.
There's the Dark World access. And looks like someone is getting the flute ready to go, not even going to bother with the Eastern dip.
Yeah, you can't complete it. No bow, not even a fire source to deal with the dark rooms. Really no point in doing this one. If you have bow, yeah, you go do it. But without it, then, just move on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's that moon pearl. And it looks like we're going to see a Skull Woods dip.
Honestly, even without the fire rod, can't really blame them here. With Skullwoods being a pendant, probably just dip into the front, do a couple quick checks, and head out after that. And hopefully be able to just forget about Skullwoods from here on out.
Yeah, especially without the hammer. Giving yourself extra chances to get the hammer before you go into Thieves Town. They'll be able to complete Thieves Town, but if there's an item in that big chest, they could end up leaving that behind. And if it's something good, it might be a while before they get back there.
Always hurts to leave that item there.
That's such a happy boo. That crystal. That's my favorite thing about the alternate sprites. It's not the actual alternate sprites, but all the little details with the the crystal pickups and what they look at when they fall, or the bunny sprites and all the other extra details that go into them.
Right.
Oh, I think Shady wants that 300 rupees. Maybe wants to do an early Zora check.
Yeah, and honestly having enough rupees to guarantee everything you need for the rest of the seed is just always a nice feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like someone is checking that back chest in Skullwoods.
Okay, a bottle. Actually, it's a bottle of blue, which is it's a nice bottle to pick up. Does open up Sick Kid.
Which is pretty good, since most likely we're going to see someone head straight down to Village of Outcasts. Not too much else they can do right now.
Okay, let's say Shady Force gonna go over and check Zora and do some fake flippering to do it. Uses that bomb to make it a little more normalized to do the fake flipper setup. Okay, sees what's on Lake Hylia Island. Thought maybe for a moment he was also gonna go check the hobo, but decides not to.
And Flippers on Bumper Ledge.
Ooh, that's a really interesting one. Because again, we don't necessarily need flippers. At least not for a dungeon access. Hopefully no one has to go into Swamp Palace, so... That's one of those things that you just, once you get the cape, say, okay, Ice Palace is in logic, let's just go there now, and maybe don't pick them up unless you find that you're running out of things to do and you have to go into Swamp.
Right, and nothing at Zora Ledge that would call for those flippers either, just 20 rupees.
Ooh, Tempered Sword for someone, nice. That's it for the swords, not gonna see the last one. And just bombed with Zora. It's a little unfortunate. This will probably be the Eastern play from Shady. I don't think he's got anything else left to do.
Curious to see if he goes into Eastern first, or if he goes over to Sarashula first. Oh, no, he's doing
gonna check the bottle.
First. Oh, and there's the bow.
Oof. That might incentivize someone to go into Eastern Palace after he's done with these Dark World checks and this dungeon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not unusual when you have the glove to go ahead and have the flute to come in and do Eastern first and then do Saha second. Looks like Shady is going to do Saha first, which is good, because he'll get that second glove and probably will not go into Eastern. Alright, everybody's got their mitts.
And we already see the flute coming out as expected.
See if Shady also decides to go into Skullwoods. Could gain back a little bit of time if he doesn't, because I don't believe we got anything in there.
Yeah, the only thing there was someone's first bottle, but since Shady found a bottle doing the fake flipper. Oh, looks like Shady's going to go for the desert play.
Yeah, can do desert. It is a pendant, so I don't know how much he's going to do of it. We'll at least be able to check and see what medallion we need for Misery Mire. And like today we have Ether.
Interesting. Without a fire source, even if it's not boots locked, we're not going to see Landmo here. But, of course, desert being a pendant, probably not a high priority for these runners to really worry about the boss itself unless it contains one of the two items.
Meanwhile, someone in Thieves Town does have the small key, which always is a little extra worrisome for that hammer stick. But we do see boots. I don't know if he's gotten both map and compass yet. Maybe if someone in chat has seen. I know I did not catch a map or a compass, but I've also been watching Shady, so I might have missed it. Okay, our tracker bandman on it says he's gotten a compass. And chat rightly pointing out that the hammer could be behind the boots because of where the small key was. Small key readily available.
And it does look like Shady's also making the Skullwoods play here.
And a mushroom.
Nice little fetch quest.
So now 50-50 the last items in the big chest, 50-50 the last items on blind. Now 5 hearts, green mail, not exactly the best setup for this fight, but as long as you stay on script, you should be fine.
So far, so good. Going for a nice little bonk strat there during the downtime.
Not any damage. Nicely done. And a heart container. So good news is we don't have to worry about the big chest. Bad news is heart container is not what you're really looking for. But we did get boots out of this, so overall I'd say a win.
And especially with only 5 hearts right now, I'm sure even though you prefer progression, you're probably not, by any stretch of the imagination, unhappy to see a heart there.
Yeah. And a Quake medallion, which may be needed for Turtle Rock. We already know that Ether is for Meyer. And we're going to get these south checks from someone here.
I'm guessing we'll also see the Smith chain here as well after checking dig game.
Yeah, with the mirror, this isn't too bad. And there we grab the Smith. We'll be orphaning hammer pegs for now, but not too bad to get back there if you absolutely have to. Shady sees the flippers.
Looks like Shady is going to go over and do Graveyard Ledge here.
Yeah, we haven't seen this yet. Someone looks like he's going to go do that bottle check with the sick kid. And just some money. I think we saw that on Shady's side before. I thought it was the 20 rupees, but wasn't sure. And bombos! So we've now located 2 out of the 3 medallions, not the one we know we need.
So that obviously means that this is just going to be a double ether, right?
Yeah, of course it's going to be double ether. I'm going to get the purple chest dragged a little bit. Once someone checks this spot right here at K45 and goes back in the Dark World, he can leave the chest because of a little glitch. I guess it's not that recent anymore. It's been over a year. But we can leave it behind and mirror close enough to the locksmith and it'll still think we have it.
Just 20 from Stumpy. Interestingly, it doesn't look like someone's utilizing that glitch.
Yeah, maybe doesn't know it, or maybe doesn't trust it. Okay, Shady's got his tempered sword now. Probably gonna go into Thieves Town as well.
Doing these last checks, hoping to find either the boots or the hammer before heading in.
And looks like someone's down to just Hype Cave. Could also... No, without the flippers, never mind. With the flippers, could have gone into Swamp, checked the first chest. Okay, let's see what Hype Cave has for us.
The
Hey,
hammer!
look, a hammer! That's a big find.
So I'm guessing we're going to
it's a Hype Cave.
Head straight over to Pod.
Yeah, you
and do the Pod Eastern
Eastern
combo.
Yeah, Pod Eastern right now. At this point, we need a Fire Rod, Cane of Samaria, and whatever our Turtle Rock Medallion, and Ether, I should say. We don't necessarily need a Turtle Rock Medallion. If it's Ether, then we already need it, and if it's not Ether, we already have it or know where it is.
Yep.
Looks like someone's going to go check the Pyramid Ledge. Actually, not a huge fan of this right now, because you are about to do Eastern, and you're going to have Pyramid Ferry to do at the same time. You could put this off, and it is just a piece of heart. But it may be that he just doesn't want to do Pyramid Ferry anytime in the near future.
Possibly thinking that between all the items in Eastern and Pod, most likely he's going to find progression and just head out of this area.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Shady actually will have access to Ice Palace, and once he gets that hammer, we'll have access to full clear it with that Bombos. Someone having not done Graveyard Ledge might not get to that as soon.
If Fire Rod ends up being in Ice Palace, that could be very unfortunate for someone in a huge boost to Shady here.
Oh yeah, and didn't even catch that Shady has decided not to do Thieves Town yet. Defensible play because of that big chest. We know that he's not going to get punished if he does it. He doesn't know that. But he'll get his hammer and probably go straight back to it. Or maybe does Pod Eastern first.
Okay, first item in Eastern is just 20 rupees. Oh, right. Vortex pointing out, Shady doesn't yet have the bow from the front of Thieves, so we'll probably see them go back to Thieves before heading to Pod Eastern.
Yeah, I think so. Also pointing out that we'll be able to check Hammer Pegs while he's there, so that could be a big location as well.
Yeah, and he has the mirror out. Just gonna mirror flute. So he'll be getting his bow and his boots here relatively shortly.
Looks like someone was double checking that he had the big key. I've done that before. So the big key chest not in logic without the lamp, but well, none of it's in logic without the lamp or the fire rod. So had we the fire rod, we would Armos Dice would be in logic with the big key not being vanilla. And there's that bow for Shady. Actually, that's a pretty good Crystal Thieves when you think about it. A bow and a boots.
Yeah.
You don't usually see that much good stuff in a Crystal Thieves town, it seems.
Only pendant.
I mean, usually deep in said pendant.
Yep. It's always, the bow on blind when you get 3 items and a big key in the front, so you just leave.
Yep. Alright, someone in one of the more difficult dark rooms of the game, but does it really nicely.
Yeah, I agree that that it's a pretty tricky dark room compared to a lot of them. Just that left Igor never wants to play nice.
No, not at all. And we'll shortly be into the Armos fight. Good start.
I think it's a nice, clean, quick kill. Doesn't get much for it, though.
Gets a crystal. It is
Yeah,
a
that's
5
true.
crystal. So we have Pyramid Fairy available. But we'll do pod first.
At least we certainly hope so. Yep, straight back to pod.
Okay, Shady with his boots.
Shady probably kicking himself a little bit right now for not coming in here first.
Yeah.
Especially so now that he's going to end up checking the big chest.
Which will be nothing.
Not that it's far out of the way, but any little bit of time counts in a rando race.
A little different routing than you normally see from someone. Grabbing, instead of following that key to the middle area, going to go straight to the Bolock side.
Yeah, I really don't see this routing much. Probably just a runner preference thing.
With Mirror and Hammer, it doesn't make a huge difference anyway.
Right.
I'm sure there's someone that could say exactly how much time each one takes and what the time save is, but a lot of times that involves doing things optimally, which doesn't always happen.
Correct.
Oh yeah, there was that mushroom in here, so we do still have it could be 3 good items here, depending on what that mushroom hides.
Ooh.
The
Getting
Beatles
roughed
not
around a
playing
little
nice.
bit by the Beatles, yeah.
And I think we've got all the small keys we're supposed to get in the front 6, because there has to be 4 small keys. And someone will go to the back.
Well, there can be more than 4. There just has to be at
Yes.
least 4.
Yep.
So we may still get one here on the bridge. We're not entirely sure, but let's see what we find here. And just a 20. Although I can't say that I've personally ever had a seed with 6 small keys in the front. I know they've happened.
I think maybe once I've gotten it. It's pretty rare. And Hammer Pegs is...
We
Unknown.
might not find out.
We're never gonna find out. And with that small key that someone found in the rupee basement, it does mean there will be an item in the harmless hallway.
Yep. Potentially a progression. But
or it could just be some arrows. It also means he'll have to finish this dungeon in the dark. No more places he could find a fire source. Not that the fire source would necessarily help him in this room unless it's the lamp.
Right. But that the turtle room in the basement can be quite challenging, especially with low health, no fire rod.
No green, still on green mail because we don't get any other mail upgrades.
Right. I know many runners, as they're learning dark rooms, seem to find the Mire basement to be the most daunting, but I personally think that turtle room is quite possibly the most challenging dark room.
Yeah, I feel like the Mire basement is the hardest one to learn, but not necessarily the hardest one to do once you've learned it.
Right.
Whereas when you get to the turtle room and the Igor room in Eastern, they can just go so wrong in so many ways if you don't at least have a fire rod.
Right.
But to be in this tournament, you need to be able to do that stuff because your opponent's probably going to do it too. So someone's going ahead and doing it now, and I expect shadyforce to do the same.
Yep, and not surprised at all to see someone pick up all 3 of those hearts there.
Oh, absolutely. You want that extra health. Getting some slightly more conventional routing from Shady. Hoping the vanilla big key chest is a small key. I don't remember whether it was or not. I want to say it was, but
it was. I'm like 99% sure. We do know that it's not the big key at the very least.
Right.
And someone having a incredible turtle room.
You're too bad we can't really see it. did a very nice job from what I could tell.
I saw 2 turtles and then 2 more turtles, the left and the right, as if it was clockwork. Like someone practices that in his sleep.
Alright. 17 hammer hits. Looks like he's just gonna do some sword swipes. 4 swipes to the tempered is not too bad. 2 spins would also do it. Unfortunately, just 10 arrows, so really nothing to note in terms of items in Pod or Eastern.
Guessing we'll see a mushroom turn in here.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. Shady will be able to go to Ice Palace after this if he wants to. Someone not having that bombos.
Or honestly, we might also...
Ledge.
We may see East Death Mountain. That was open up since the hammer.
Now, no hook shot to get to do the hook shot cave, although, again, don't know if either one of these 2 hovers. The hook shot not going to be hard required in a not likely to be hard required if you can hover.
Right. And here's
obviously,
the mountain play.
Yeah, and because obviously you could still have something in the back of Swamp Palace that's required.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't seen any of East Death Mountain, so it's not even just the Dark Death Mountain checks. It's all Paradox Cave. That's 7 items on its own.
Yeah, I like this play here.
Yep. And there's no dungeons that someone can do right now.
I say I like this play here, but really his other options right now are Graveyard Ledge and Mire area.
Yep.
We haven't seen a desert dip by either player, so... Oh, and there's our ether.
We'll be able to pick that up.
No, I don't think someone knows that ether is required yet, but I can't imagine him skipping that item.
Yeah, I feel like you have to pick it up, not knowing. Might have been better to have checked the mire area first, just so you know. In this case, I'll save time not doing that, as long as he does pick it up.
Made it into the cave. That would have been very unfortunate to take a death to the Tektites there.
Yeah, I'll be able to pick up a couple hearts here.
And Shadyforce heading into the pod basement. And red cane and fire rod.
Those are some nice things. So now he could do Ice Palace if he wants to. He doesn't have to worry about that Bombos. Unless, of course, Bombos is the Turtle Rock entry.
So, interesting to note, if either of these players are capable of hovering, we are in no mode. As we know where all three of the medallions are.
Yep.
You can fake flipper to Ice Palace. The question becomes, where is that hook shot?
Okay, about to see what that Turtle Rock medallion is. It is also ether. So, interesting to see if someone will decide to just go in right now.
Oh, sure, it is full clearable.
More arrows, more bombs. One interesting thing to note is they're not going to need the lamp. Fire Rod will do everything they need it to do. The one place that I personally would miss the lamp and is on torch glitch. I mean, obviously this is hard mode, so no silvers. They're going to want to hit that torch glitch. A little bit easier to do that with a lamp than with the Fire Rod.
For sure. I could actually see someone not going into Turtle Rock right now, because no matter what, you're going to have to climb back up Death Mountain anyway. So I could see him skipping it to go to do Ice Palace and Mire, just to be able to come back with, you know, a little bit more health. Not that he likely needs it, but possibly coming back with the hook shot if he's not comfortable with hovering. You know, if you get the hook shot coming in, you know, you don't have to check all of Laser Bridge if you're in go mode. So we'll see what he does here. Does look like he's just going to go straight into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I don't think it makes a huge difference whether you do it now or later.
No. I think it would mainly just be an individual preference. Goomba calling that hookshot's going to be in Spike Cave, by the way.
That's a nasty spot for it. Spike Cave not even in logic because we don't have the cape or the cane. You could do it with a bottle. One of the things in hard mode with that 14 heart cap, that's about what you would need to get through Spike Cave without any extra help. So, yeah, hard mode making it a little more difficult to go to Spike Cave. And GFA harkening back to, there was a qual saying Cape and Cane in Pendant Swamp. There was a qual where I believe it was a blue cane in Swamp to get your, I want to say bow in Spike Cave. It was definitely something that was hard required.
and someone realizing that he has to go the long way.
Doing the classic. Oh yeah, I don't have hookshot. I have to come back around.
We've all been there. And no invincibility items or anything have to do this the long way, unless you want to tank lots of damage.
Those rollers do, I want to say 4 hearts of damage on green mail. If it's a lot if it's not that. I like that someone decided to do that first and just mirror on out. Meanwhile, Shadyforce gonna finish up Eastern fairly soon.
Probably see Shady follow in the same footsteps and head up to Death Mountain. Speaking of enemies that hurt when you have green mail, someone having a real nice chain chomp room there.
Oh, yeah, those are the worst. And another nice quick kill on Shady's side. And 300 rupees in the lava chest. Oh, are we gonna do an ice palace dip now? It sure looks that way.
Seems that way, yeah. Unfortunately, we know that unless hookshot's there, we're not going to find too much.
And it could be a hookshot locked dungeon. Was Cadence Amari another one of those Death Mountain items?
Yep.
Yeah, so unfortunately Shady's gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way with the bomb jump. And may have to do multiple bomb jumps to get around the lack of a hookshot. Best thing that could happen is a hookshot right here. He's gonna full clear this dungeon regardless, though. But just 300 rupees.
300's
not an issue. And someone being very thorough throughout Turtle Rock tells me at the very least that he isn't comfortable with hovering, whether he can do it at all or not. There's some runners that just can do it and would just call this go mode. And there are some runners that can do it but would much rather not, and so would do the on-path checks. And then there are some runners like me that just can't. And would not even consider this even remotely close to go mode. I'm gonna guess that someone is in one of the latter two categories. It's nice to see a good old-fashioned bomb jump every once in a while. And I know as a runner, I don't mind having to do it every once in a while, as long as it is required, just to make sure I can do it when I need it.
Right. Yep, and we're opening the safety. Cannot blame him whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean it's green mail no matter what, and it looks like we're on 9 hearts still, so it's not a lot. And no safety items, can't even get the mirror shield. Yeah, it already paid off.
Yeah, just getting out that red cane this go around.
Oh, that's a convenient piece of heart.
Yeah.
A not so convenient map. But if it turns out that someone absolutely needs the hook shot, the unfortunate part here is that it can be literally anywhere except the obviously the hook shot locked parts of Swamp Palace and the hook shot locked parts of GT. I did not see where the big key was in Ice Palace. That'll tell us about whether this is hook shot locked or not.
It was in the room that Shady just left.
Okay, so probably not hook shot locked because big key's got to be available without it.
Try pointing out the hookshot also can't be in most parts of Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Touche.
There's one chest in particular it absolutely can be in. I believe we already checked it.
A very clean second phase of Trinex there for someone.
Yeah, used up all his magic on the first phase, so fortunately he had enough to get through that part.
I think he still has that blue potion, though, so even though you would hate to use it there, would have had that option available to him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Interested to see where someone goes next with the items that he has. If he decides to fake flipper to Ice Palace or head to check the Mire area first.
I think I'd go Mire first, just because of that possibility of the hook shot lock in ice. So it's just a slightly higher probability that that's where it is. A very, very slightly higher probability. Of course, there's only 2 items in Mire versus 3 in ice.
Okay, someone just now realizing, well, I'm in hookshot mode.
Yep.
And it looks like someone is going to dip into desert. Or at the very least check the ledge here. See a piece of heart.
Yeah, I think maybe you go in after Mire? We'll see. We'll see what he does.
That looks like the
Shady needs to be careful here. Down to 2 hearts. I thought he still had a blue. Yeah, he's gonna use it.
And using it there. Unfortunately had to dodge for a little while since one of the eyes was dying.
I mean, there's no reason not to use that there. The time loss you get from not using it and dying is just too much. If you really want more bottles, he's got 723 rupees to replace them with.
Yep. And in typical fashion, you use the potion and end up not needing it. However, had he not used the potion, he probably would have died.
Yep.
That's just how it works.
Well, and to be fair, once you've used the potion, you can be a little less careful.
Correct.
So, yeah. But sometimes just being that extra bit of careful can actually hurt you, so... The point being that you're not actually moving in the same way. Have we seen the mushroom turn-in yet? We're going to see it now.
We have. I don't remember what it was. I want to say either arrows or 20 rupees. It wasn't anything significant. Oh, the red boomerang.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Doesn't want it. Or he has the blue one.
Shady. Heading down to this Dark World portal. Not too sure. Going to turn in the Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, I feel like he's avoiding the mountain to some extent. Doesn't want to do it without the hook shot because that's where a lot of his items could be. But we know that there's nothing in there that you really want. I mean, there could be some nice items like a powder. I guess lamp could be there. but nothing that he needs. Someone going for the clip here. I didn't actually save any time, but probably didn't lose it either, with as long as it took. So that's fine. There's that big key.
Yep.
Did he get both items?
He must have. I honestly was kind of watching to see what shadyforce was doing, and admittedly missed a lot of what happened here in Meyer.
Yeah, shadyforce just getting money.
Just getting money.
I think we're going to get a catfish check. This is... I don't fully understand why Shady just... I get it. You don't have a hookshot. You don't want to do a hookshot cave, but having so much on the mountain, you know, including, you know, all of East Light Death Mountain.
My guess here is honestly that at this point he may feel quite behind and is doing checks that he thinks someone may not have done yet and hopes of finding something.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Now, let's see what Catfish has. Just money.
20. Someone's struggling here a little bit in the Meyer basement, as we mentioned earlier. One of the tougher dark rooms, and looks like he got it there.
Yeah, use the strat I do, which is you lay the block kind of near where the switch is, walk down, but over to the side, walk down, move one tile over and throw it. And if you do it right, it's always going to land right on the button. Yep.
I personally used to use a way different setup that was way harder, and when I learned that, I was like, wait, that's all?
I know, right? I tried a lot.
Shady doing the boots checks. And not getting anything out of it.
And time for some viddy fighting.
Going with arrow strategies here.
Interesting. I'm pretty certain this is how...
Low health.
Yeah. I'm pretty certain this is how I used to do this fight back in the day. But usually by then I'd have like 70 arrows built up. So.
Right. Back when the arrow capacity upgrades were still in the normal price pool.
No, back when I was just playing the regular game.
Oh, gotcha.
Just go buy a whole bunch of arrows. Go get your
King of Spies asking if hookshot can be in GT. It can.
Absolutely. Hookshot can be all the way up to the pre-Moldorm chest, which would be extremely rude. The parts of GT it can't. There are parts it can't be at. So obviously there are parts of GT that are hookshot that are behind the hookshot. It's not going to be anywhere there. It can be in tile room. It can be in the compass room. It can be behind Armos Knights. It can be in the big chest if the big key is not hookshot locked. The one that people often miss is it can be in, I want to say it's the map room, the one with the fire bars, because you can bonk your way there.
Right.
Interesting that someone went and bought arrows after doing a regular arrow.
I like it. Presumably heading to GT after this, it guarantees that you're back at full arrows for Ice Armos.
Yeah, and that helps, because he did use a lot of them on the viddy fight.
Okay, and Shady finding
getting that
everything.
I know, getting that fire rod, getting that cane. Still have not seen the hook shot. I guess if you're someone, you just go to GT and hope it's there. The more difficult question is if you do get a big key that's not hook shot locked, is do you do the climb? That is a really tough one. If you think you can hover, like even if you can do it poorly, but you think you can do it, I suspect he'll try it. If he doesn't feel like he can, then you know, there's still those 3 chests it could be in, but you know, there's a whole lot of dungeons we haven't been in. We haven't even seen the cape to put the flippers in logic.
Right.
And that can't be in GT
cape,
because
I'm guessing must be in
desert
or back of Skull Woods with the green bandit turn-in.
Yeah, because the cape cannot be in GT. Because logically we need those flippers for Ice Palace. Well, for those of you who may have missed it, the flippers are sitting there on Bumper Ledge.
And Shady picking up his ether now.
See if he chooses to go into Turtle Rock.
Looks like he's heading right back over there. Can't really blame him.
You know, it's funny. I don't know what happened in game 1 of this race, but in the race time chat, there was comments. I want to say it was. I should go ahead and look. One of them said, "It can't be any worse than the first seed." Yeah, it was Shadyforce. It said can't be worse than the previous seed. And our restreamer Jaxie said, "Watch out, you may have just jinxed it." So. And someone says there's not much worse than the last seed. Like I said, I didn't see the previous one, but this hookshot situation, if you can't hover, is pretty bad.
And it just doesn't feel good either. Like, if it feels like a worse version of the Ice Rod Hunt.
Yeah. Shout outs to Shadyforce for remembering which way to go in the rail here.
Made up a little bit of time over someone with that.
So this also puts Shadyforce in hookshot mode, and we'll see how he handles that. Again, which of those categories? The I can just hover, and I'm going to call this go mode. I can hover if I absolutely have to, but I'm going to keep looking for it on the way. Or the I absolutely 100% need the hookshot. Yeah, and chat pointing out there is another way to cross the gap. There is absolutely. That is the Moldorm bounce popularized by Aussie101. I believe Zelgadison has also done it. I'm not sure who else has that strat in their repertoire. Zelga saying just nobody else, just those two.
I was curious what someone was doing here. Going up and grabbing that key, but I realized he still does not have Bombos. And is running very low on magic.
Yeah, this is probably smart. Grab the extra magic here.
Yep. Yeah, never checked that graveyard ledge.
Yeah, and also doesn't have full heart, so he can't use the little trick of using sword beams to use less magic from the fire rod. Ooh,
pretty clean.
Very nice. There. Didn't quite keep them in the corner. One of them got away a little bit, but cleaned it up very nicely at the end. So, very good fight.
Looks like Shady is...
Shady's skipping the big chest. So maybe he's calling this go mode. The big chest we know is, if I remember correctly, another big 300. So definitely doesn't need it. Let's see if he skips Mimic Cave. Or if he or skips the big chest as well.
Someone heading in to get some potions. And yeah, it looks like Shadyforce is considering this go mode.
Yep. I see we got the big key guessing game going. Let's see if someone is even going to... Yeah, he's going to head over to GT. So go ahead and get those 1 through 22 guesses in chat. Someone remembering that he can't go the normal way because no hook shot.
So now I am curious if someone is just capable of hovering but just not very confident, or if he's just making kind of a Hail Mary play here and going straight into GT hoping to find the hook shot.
I mean, as someone that doesn't hover, I'd probably at least go into GT.
Yeah.
At least do what I can in the basement. And then, to me, the hard decision isn't going into GT or not going into GT. The hard decision is if that big key is available.
If you go
I go up
upstairs, yeah.
Because if you go up and those 3 chests don't have the hook shot, it's a huge, huge, huge time sink. I know I personally would hope for the hook shot, for the big key to not be available if I really want that hook shot badly. Just takes that decision out of my hands.
Lord of the Synth Flippers were on Bumper Ledge. So we know we can't find the cape in GT.
Double small keys to start off.
So heading straight to the right.
Nicely done by shadyforce.
Yep. Hey.
And extra bottles, nice.
And it had green.
Oh
no!
Oh, and the big key is available. That is so rude.
That is 6.
Yeah, he's gonna keep. Let's see. What is he gonna? He's thinking. Now, you can use bomb jumps to get all the way through the bottom, if you know how. Also going to shout out the fact that we did not reach... so often in these hard mode seeds, you're going to see 13 or 14 hearts in GT. We only have 11 on someone's side.
Oh, he's thinking.
I mean, there's still chests that could be in.
Right.
Because, again, the fire bar room where you can bonk to it, and then and Armos Knights. So I'm a little surprised. And tile room. Those are all still available.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he mirrored when he could have continued towards Ice Armos.
Yeah.
Okay, here he goes. Bonking across.
So if shadyforce truly doesn't need the hook shot, and someone truly does, someone's going to have to find that hook shot pretty soon to stay ahead here. Also, completely forgot to call out the number of the big key guessing game, but I'm sure our tracker Bandman was on it.
Yeah, so it looks like someone is going to bomb jump here.
Yeah, I mean, this is doable.
Yeah,
I'm not an expert on the setup for this bomb jump, but it looks like, it looks fairly straightforward.
Yeah, once you're, I'm guessing he figures, I was already over here checking map chest. I might as well go this way to get to Ice Armos because looks like he's completely skipping Rando Room.
Yeah, Rando Room's not going to have his hook shot.
Yeah, really the only thing you can hope to find there is some extra health. Maybe the powder as a nice little safety item.
One of those seeds that I wish you could have a spoiler log for, because I'm also very curious where that lamp is hiding.
All right. Ice almost down. Moment of truth here. And not finding much, but fortunately
He's got
remembering.
one more check. Yeah, the big chest. That's an important one to remember in these situations. People often forget those.
Just a green 20.
Yeah, just a green 20. And he is going to go for it. We did not check tile room.
Oh, and someone taking a death.
Those mimics can be nasty. You know, not a lot of people don't like the mirror shield, and we're not going to ever see it in this tournament. But that is a room where the mirror shield is very useful, because it will block those shots.
Someone getting a nice arrow drop there. Of course, there's arrows under the one pot here, so he would have been fine.
Yeah, unless they despawn. I've had that happen. I'm not sure what causes it, but there's nothing worse than be like, oh, I'm fine. Let's just lift up the pot, and they're gone.
Now I'm guessing someone's going to go across and, yeah, do the safety room here.
Yeah, I hope so. With 2 hearts, I think you have to.
Yep, it already has the bomb out. I'll also give him full magic, which will be nice for Gauntlet.
Yep. Okay, that is Shadyforce's 7th crystal. Now let's see what he does.
The way he's played so far, something tells me that he's confident finishing the seed without the hook shot.
Yeah, that's my read as well. So, based on that, someone, even if he can't hover, is doing the right thing by going for this. I do question not checking tile room first. What are we doing? We're doing some extra fake flippering. Oh, he's got no bombs and only 18 arrows, so this might be just to get the... Yeah, he's gonna go refill those.
Right, someone finishing up Palermo 2 there. I feel like it's not very often that you see both runners in a race go into that cave to get the capacity upgrades.
Yeah, very heads up of both of them, realizing they were low, and it's you don't one of the differences in Randomizer and NMG is, I mean, there's a decent number of arrow pots along the way in both, but in NMG there are also chests with arrows that you can rely on, and of course that's not the case in Randomizer. Someone using that last bit of magic on those torches. Fortunately, there's another magic refill coming up.
Yep. Oh,
half magic is
for
really
the half
nice.
magic. A real nice magic
Not
refill.
what he really wants, but
especially as you mentioned earlier, no lamp for the torch glitch.
Yep.
That half magic is really welcome.
Okay.
And
okay, moment of truth. Is he going to keep going? Oh, he is going to keep going. So that says that he at least has some comfort. Wait.
He's waiting.
Maybe he's pulling up a tutorial of sorts, like the I'm not sure.
The bounce.
Trying to the Moldorm bounce on the fly is not
I've heard it's not something that you can just learn.
and I would expect the same thing with hovering. Whichever he decides to do, he needs to make a decision, though.
Okay, Zero is saying you can learn it on the fly pretty easily. Assuming you're familiar with one-frame select buffers.
Okay, it does look like he's going for that. And it may be just that he's done it in practice and wants to have that tutorial in front of him.
Oh.
Fortunately, it is completely legal to bring up whatever resources are out there, as long as you're not being held by a specific person in like a call or something.
Yep. Yeah, to this day, I still, for every single race, open up a map of the pod maze.
I do too.
It's the only dark room I keep a map of.
Yeah, I have a webpage, Sakura's webpage that has all the dark rooms, but I only need it for the pod dark maze, and on a very rare occasion, it can come up to need it for the dark maze in Castle Tower. And Shady just going up, so this tells me he's confident that he's going to be able to hover. So someone is now on the clock. If he's going to get this bounce, is he going to get it in time? Shady also low on health, though, here.
Makes it through, so we'll probably also see the refill room.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, this is his only chance to win at this point, is to go ahead and do this, unless Shady is not as good at hovering as his play has indicated he is.
I was going to say, unless Shady is just completely bluffing us right here.
Exactly.
Surprisingly, not taking the magic refill in that room.
Yeah, only half a bar. That's... Ugh. Okay, let's see if I can explain the Moldorm bounce as best as I understand it. If you can time a bomb correctly, along with the correct damage boost off of Moldorm, and I don't understand the full details of which comes first or how to actually do it, you can get propelled over to the platform there.
Imagine not having an ad blocker for YouTube at that moment.
Wow. Meanwhile, shadyforce into land mode 2. It kind of hurts, too, that he doesn't have powder here, because every time he does this, he's going to lose more health and doesn't have a way of refilling.
I believe he still has the potions he bought on the way. The bigger bottleneck here is the
bombs.
his bomb count.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As we see Shadyforce just a couple rooms behind now.
It looks like Shady has been checking these chests, maybe hoping for that hook shot.
Yeah.
Did get that half magic, but
No,
you know.
no real reason. Oh, looks like Shady is going for the ground.
Oh no, they're both going for it. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, so who's gonna succeed first or die trying? And if one of them dies, do they give up? This is an interesting turn of events. I did not see this coming.
Same. The entire way up here, I thought Shady was gearing up to hover.
I did too. I mean, I know there's several players that I absolutely know that can hover. And there's several players I absolutely know that can't. And then there's the rest of you. The rest of us, I should say.
And someone pulling out the mirror.
Yeah, looks like he's going to give up on this. Yeah, he's just going to save and quit. Well, no one's... To answer the question about who forfeits first, the person that loses is the one that would forfeit. As long as you don't see it done, there's no reason to give up. Someone going straight for that shovel check. If it's the shovel. Because we found the shovel in GT. Nope, just a piece of heart. So, let's see. What locations do we have? We have desert. We have Skull Woods. We don't have swamp because we never did find that cape that gets us the flippers that would open up swamp for us. Not a whole lot else besides that. If we do find, and it could be that we find the cape somewhere dumb to get the flippers, to get to the and someone gonna grab that big bomb. We know that's not the answer. Yeah, you can't. I guess you can. There is a way to leave it there and do the bomb dupe, but I think you need to be a little bit closer because the idea being you want to cross the screen transition while the timer hits 0. If you lose the bomb that early, that's not happening.
Right. Shady starting to run a little low on bombs himself here.
He's got 5. Okay, that was... Yeah, he's got 5 still. The question from Gan's Gone Wild, is it slower? Is it slower than hovering? I think it's probably... It feels like it's faster. I don't know that anyone's ever timed it. I've seen Aussie do it enough that it looks like he's gotten pretty consistent at it to say that it looks pretty fast, but I actually don't know. Zero Rush saying that it is slower than hovering, and that could be. I assume he's actually done it and therefore probably knows it a little bit better than I do.
Okay, looks like someone heading to do catfish here.
Yeah, we also know that ain't it. Someone's doing all the extra little checks that Shady did.
I'm honestly surprised at the complete hesitancy by both runners to have gone in the desert yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's... The front of
We've
desert
seen-
is pretty quick checks at this point.
Yeah, we've seen parts of Skull Woods. Okay, Shady down to 1 bomb after this try.
Ooh.
Right, and someone never did any of the Zora checks. Now we know this is not going to be the answer, though.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, just 20 rupees.
They're actually just bombs. We're gonna be right, yeah. So he's gonna give up now because he's out of bombs as well. And so now we're right neck and neck because I believe all those checks that someone just did were all the checks that Shady did that put him a little bit behind. And so now choices will be made, and we'll see who makes the right one first.
See, Zero is saying we all know it's going to be in Swamp Palace, but we can't get into Swamp Palace.
Gotta find a cape for... Yeah, that would be some really convoluted logic. But yeah, could be. Did Shady skip parts of Ice Palace? Because that's where it looks like he's heading. Okay, maybe not. And I'm not sure... Oh, we never saw Hera Basement, did we? I don't recall having a fire source before the Hera play. Shady buying more bombs. This means he's gonna go back and try again?
He's doing it.
Oh, that's exactly what he's doing. Oh, this is absolutely fascinating.
Well, here's our Spike Cave check. It was predicted way earlier that this was going to be hookshot.
And we're about to find out.
Nope.
Nope.
Zero is saying this might be the best race he's ever watched. I'm glad that this is the first race I've done commentary for in 3 years. Let me just say that.
Oh, it's been a fun one. I'm sure the runners are going to be in agreement with this being a fun one. Okay, this looks like the desert play.
Yeah, for sure. Calling it right now. It's going to be the hook shot, and you just feel so bad.
This is really bold by Shady. Just gonna go right back to it with more bombs.
I got the big key right off the start on the torch.
And the small key. Well, the hookshot can't be on Ped, at least. I see a mention of a blind Ped pull. With Swamp Palace being a pendant, it's just not a possibility.
Someone's skipping the map chest and just going straight to the right side with the small key.
We still haven't seen Tile Room. We still have an Hera Basement. A little surprised neither one of them thought to go there, at least to either one of those locations. Although we might have found 2 items in Hera, so forget the Hera Basement. I want to say we found the 2 items there. Yeah, no one's done GT Tile Room for sure. Looks like someone did not check checkerboard. I want to say Shady did. This is nothing.
This is just a heart container.
So I guess you got to go back to Skull Woods. I don't feel like there's much else. Or maybe he's going to finish desert.
We can't check the first chest in Swamp Palace because we don't have the flippers. The flippers are locked behind the cape, which we have not found.
Yeah, I actually feel like one of these checks is going to be the cape. And Swamp Palace may be the answer, just because there's so little else left. And logically speaking, we need those flippers to finish the seed.
Hey, 10 bombs.
Could have used those a little bit ago.
Not what you want to find there.
No, not at all. Okay, I believe that's both items out of desert. I don't believe someone checked Agina's cave, so we'll see that in just a second. Also probably going to find the lamp sitting there in Swamp Palace, since logically that's required as well. Okay, this is going to be the Skullwoods play, I think.
Yep. Skullwoods leading us to 2 items. Oh, the boots checks first.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We haven't done these yet.
Of course, we know that we're going to find nothing.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I think Shady did these. All right, here we go.
The worst part is, like, both of these runners right now are just sweating like crazy, watching for that finish by their
they
opponent.
have to know that they're both, in the same situation, because otherwise there would have been a dot done already.
Oh, we have a lumberjack check here.
Yeah, I believe we saw this earlier.
Okay, yeah, that must have been before I
But let's
popped
see.
in.
Yeah, it's just a heart container.
Just a heart container.
That would be awfully rude.
Boots were in Thieves Town, so not too late. Checking lumberjack 15 minutes after climbing GT.
I know, right? That's pretty good. You don't see that every day. Yeah, to the statement about killing Moldorm will respawn when you reset the super tile, so that's not really an issue. And we're gonna get the rest of Skullwoods here from someone. Checking the bridge chest first makes sense. If you don't have to kill Moth, why do it?
Well, Moth does unlock an extra item from the green pendant, so...
Oh, absolutely. You're going to do it. If this isn't the answer, you're going to do it. And it's not the answer. It is the big key, which is worse. Because now you have to potentially go back to the big chest.
So, nothing here, and book at Sarashula, right?
Oh, God. Nah, I feel like it's got to be the flipper. The cape's going to show up for the flippers, and Swamp Palace is going to be our answer for everything we're missing. There's just not enough left otherwise. Like, if this is just the hook shot, then where exactly is that? Is that cape that we know has to be logically available?
Oh, yeah, true. We are running out of locations for that cape.
Normally with Tempered Sword, I'd say this is a pretty safe fight, but only 5 hearts there. And still, of course, green mail, because hard mode. But does make quick work of moth.
The book!
Oh, that's so gross. Is it book to cape to flippers? Oh, God. So you have 3 checks you can do now at disparate parts of the world. And plus you have the big key. Although that may have been the second item already. Shady Force, meanwhile, down to 9 bombs. Okay, we're going to do the green pendant first.
Yep. There's the
There's the cave. Oh God. So now do you do the book checks first, or do you do the swamp play first? Wow, this is tough.
I mean, at this point you feel so far behind. I think you just rush swamp.
Yeah. Well, and you can do bombos kind of on the way to swamp, so that wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
It's the ether tablet that's just way out of the way. And maybe you leave that to last, because if that's the answer, then you're right near GT. Seven tries left for Shady. And of course, as we all know, you don't actually need the hook shot to do this.
Okay, and there's those flippers for someone.
Getting flippers at 141, that's gotta feel bad. He hasn't checked Graveyard Ledge, so he's gonna do that now. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, if people asking about who invented this trick, I'm pretty certain it was Aussie that found this one. Aussie 101. He's definitely the one that's perfected it and has done it the most. Yeah, don't need that. Might have been useful earlier. Oh, Apathy Duck found this? Okay.
Down only 4 bombs left.
Okay, now I think I would check bombos first and then go into swamp.
For sure.
Let's see what someone does.
Yep, checking bombos first. Makes sense. And it's just 20 rupees. Well, on the bright side, you know you don't have to finish swamp, right?
Guaranteed. You just go to the left side, and if it's not there, then that's it. You can't go any further. And that would leave Ether Tablet and Tile Room, I believe. If it's Tile Room, these guys are gonna feel really dumb. How many checks is swamp? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 checks. If you find the big key, it's still 4, because that just means you didn't get anything in that one chest, and the big chest will have something instead.
You know, at this point, like, it's almost starting to look like it might be swinging back in someone's favor a little bit here. You know, Shady only having 2 attempts left here.
Yeah, Shady has to get it here. I mean, someone's gonna get this hook shot soon. Okay, location number 1.
Green
20
20.
rupees. An upgrade of some sort. And one last shot for Shady. Now, what Shady could do is instead of going and buying more bombs, he could just reset this whole thing and get his bombs back that way. Now, he did save and quit. Okay, so he's just going to go buy more. Well, it gives him an extra 5 shots at it. He's going to buy more. Okay, he's going to try it again. He's hard betting on this. I mean, he's probably to the point where he's like, well, if my opponent is going and looking for the hook shot, then I just lose. And he'd be right, because it's going to take him a while.
Kind of muscle memory there into the portal.
And unfortunately, without the hook shot, we can't use diver down strats here, so we have to do this the long way. Okay, left side swamp. Here we go. I mean, when it's pendant swamp, it's always left side.
Yep.
Always, always, always. Crystal swamp, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But pendant, it's always left side. I say that, of course. You know, it's obviously not true. It just feels that way. Now, Shady going to be ready for climb number 3.
And there's the
there
shot.
it is.
At 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 45 seconds, we are officially in go mode.
Well, one player is. The other player will be in go mode when he either gives this up and decides to go look for the hook shot, or gets the Moldorm bounce. So now Shady absolutely has to get this, because even if he gave up and went looking for that hook shot, he's not getting that. The chain that led to that hook shot, you had to go kill Mothula to get your green pendant, to go get your cape, to go get your flippers, to go to Swamp Palace for the hook shot. Wow. See what kind of room lead Shady has over someone when someone gets into GT here.
Yeah, Shady will have to get the bounce in the first couple of attempts, really, to have a chance at winning this one.
Yeah, someone's just not that far behind.
Yeah, grabbing these hearts, can't blame him.
All right, Landmo 2, number 3. Not often that you get to see 5 Landmo 2s. In fact, seeing 5 Landmos in a pendant desert seed is pretty rare.
Shadyforce near the top of GT now, with someone just starting Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, we never did find that lamp either. I guess it may be the other chest in Left Side Swamp, or maybe on the Ether Tablet. I'm actually a little surprised we didn't find it on the way to the hookshot.
Yeah. I guess, have we confirmed there was still an item in Hera Basement, correct?
That I'm not 100% sure of.
Because that was right around when I came in, so the only thing I recall was the Moon Pearl being vanilla.
Yep. Yeah, I want to say that there was an... I remember seeing one of the other items, and then the Moon Pearl being vanilla would be the second item. But chat can correct me if I'm wrong. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, here we go. Here goes Smoldering Downs.
Oh, wow!
Oh my god! Was that that was first try on the third?
Wow.
First try.
You hate to see it if you're someone here.
know.
Oh no, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, if someone had just given up on it right away.
What a race. This... Okay, so who wrote the script to this one?
It wasn't me. Okay, just looking at the schedule, because it would be a real shame if we didn't get to interview these runners.
Yeah.
But we do have a little bit of time, it looks like.
Can we get game 3 immediately?
My guess is these guys are not going to want to go straight into game 3.
Even if I had game 3 already scheduled, I would ask my opponent to put it off after this.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But Shadyforce has to finish this off first. Only 4 hearts. I know he picked up some fairies, so this should be fine.
Yeah. And Shadyforce in phase 3.
Checking what... Oh, he's got that fairy.
Yeah, he even checked to make sure he had that fairy before getting aggressive there.
And that's a very funny death sprite. I often talk about phase 2 being the most difficult part of a master sword fight, but honestly, even in really any fight, it's still the most difficult phase. It's not that difficult when you don't have to do sword spins. Gets the torch glitch.
Yep, gets the torch glitch. Nice.
Meanwhile, someone into his Ganon fight.
A little early for the triple there.
Oh, someone missed the torch glitch. Does make this a lot slower and a lot more difficult. If you light those torches quick enough, you can still get triples out of it. It's just harder.
Okay.
And there's Ganon down for Shady.
Shady gets Ganon. Get your GGs in chat.
And Shady's going to finish up with an official race time of 1:54.34. GG's to Shadyforce. And we'll force this to a game 3.
Again, what a race.
Yeah. And hopefully we can get both these guys in for an interview, but we will wait until someone finishes as well.
Yep. Somebody asking in chat if someone has enough magic. I think someone still has a blue potion.
Yeah, he might still have a blue potion.
Oh yeah, the green potion.
That'll work.
And someone taking down Ganon.
All right, and someone finishing up with an official race time of 1:55.51. So GG's to someone, and looks like we're gonna get at least someone in for an interview. Hopefully, we'll also get Shady. Oh wow, what a scenario. What an absolutely bizarre scenario. Wow, as the two of them trying to Moldorm bounce across, and Shadyforce saying, you know what, I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna keep trying until I do this. Someone giving up and going and finding that hook shot. Finishing only a minute apart. Only about a minute apart. Really close race.
Yeah. And hopefully we get the runners in here shortly.
Yeah, I'm seeing that they might not have gotten invites, so hopefully we can get that taken care of. Actually, I might be able to do this. Oh, looks like I see Shadyforce in the setup room. All right, there's Shadyforce. GG's. Wow.
That was just your average race.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So first of all, GG's to Shadyforce, going to go to a game 3. But there's so much else. So Shady, have you done that before today?
I did it second try just before the run. I was fairly confident. I don't know why it took me 46 bombs to do it. I did it second try just before the run. What's going on? After the first save and quit, I was basically just like, well, I've lost. Let me just practice this now. I'm just going to keep hitting bombs and I'm just going to practice it.
So I've also done it before, but it was like a year ago, so I wasn't very confident.
So did you pull up a tutorial at some point? Because there's one point where you kind of paused for a second on the when you tried.
It didn't really help.
Okay, so Shady, do you want to know what the actual hookshot chain was? Because someone gave up on the Moldorm bounce after the first set of tries and did find that hookshot.
Yeah, someone told me where it was, but like, tell me the whole chain. I'm very interested.
So he had to go and get the green pendant out of Skull Woods to go get the cape to get those flippers that were sitting there on Bumper Ledge, to go into Swamp Palace to go get the hook shot on the left side.
That's disgusting.
It is. Oh yeah, and found a book in the meantime. I think Moth had a book.
Yeah, Moth had the book.
Oh, for extra bait. Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, because the longer it went for me, the more I realized that this hook shot must be absolutely buried. So that makes it even less worthwhile for me to go looking for the hook shot.
Sure.
I just need to keep on going until I get it. There's actually no equity at all in going to search. I didn't even check like torch. I didn't check left side. I didn't care. Like, all I did was just like, if it's there, I've lost. So I just got to keep going.
Yeah, I think the only places we end up not seeing. In the end, we didn't see Ether Tablet with that newly found book, and I don't think either one of you checked Tile Room.
Yeah, after Swamp, I was gonna go check Ether Tablet and then Tile Room, and then
that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, we didn't know, like Shady, the way you go boated, well, once you got everything else, we kind of figured you were just gonna hover, which obviously you were preparing for that Moldorm bounce instead.
I'm not that good at hovering. I can't really do it reliably. I've done it a couple of times on the practice hack, but I just can't get it reliably. So Moldorm bounce, I'm usually better at.
Mm-hmm.
I would have expected it to get it within 10 bombs, 15 at the most. This is weird, but again, it's race nerves. I've never done it in an actual proper race before, so it's a different story.
Well, now you have. So I gotta ask. So I don't know what happened in your first seed, but you all were commenting on how this couldn't be worse than the first seed. Was this worse than the first seed?
I don't know. Actually, the first seed was really bad.
I'd say this is better because we got boots early.
Yeah. The last seed was bootsless into GT, and then the big keys on the torch, and then and the boots are not in GT, which would have been nice. And then we both left, and I had the medallion for TR, so that sent me there. But someone didn't. Someone did less in Swamp the first time, so it was a better move play for him to go straight there, and it was left side. It was left side as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Left side Swamp. So that was a bad one.
Okay, so no cane required with Big Key over in Compass Room next time? That's all you got left, you know?
I know. I'm not looking forward to this. We're doing it on Thursday, same time on Thursday, so
yeah
tune in for some drama.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go learn Moldorm Bounce and then never do it again in this tournament.
That's how it works. The more you practice something, the less you actually need it.
And then you get out of practice and then it shows up again.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you all want to add before we start closing things out?
Well, it's a lamp.
Yeah.
Who knows? If you were wondering that too. I really thought that you were going to run into that lamp someone looking for the hook shot, but you didn't. Maybe it was the other part of left side Swamp. I don't know.
Yeah, or deeper in Swamp or something.
Yeah, it's true. It could have been deeper in Swamp.
Could have even been Pedestal.
Oh, yeah. You don't see that every day.
I guess, but I think the credits said Pedestal was like rupees or something.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Could have been the Ether Tablet as well. That was the other outstanding one.
All right. Well, that's pretty much going to do it. I'm trying to get... Yeah, here's the schedule to show what else we have coming up today. Looks like the next race on Restream is over on SpeedGaming 3. That'll be Group K, Falcon versus CS Tutor, 89. At 8:10 on the ALTTPR Randomizer, or ALTTP Randomizer channel, we have Relkin versus Hydropower. Over on SpeedGaming, the main, Group N, we have NY Rambler versus Flipheel. And then at 9:10, we have GFE versus Emo Saru over on SpeedGaming 3. And let's see. Oh, and then there's a 10:10 Moogle Charm versus Allison. That'll be over on the main Speed Gaming channel. And then Apathy Duck versus Wallkits at, for some reason, not 12:10, but 12:09. Actually, it's probably 11:59 to make sure you're on the right day. We have Apathy Duck versus Wallkicks also on the main Speed Gaming channel. Lots of Link to the Past going on. Only a small portion actually are able to be on Restream, unfortunately, because there's so many matches going on. But definitely keep your eye on the Speed Gaming networks, and there will be pretty much, if there's a match going, there's going to be some Link to the Past going. So if Link to the Past is your thing, this is the time for you. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody. First of all, to our runners for wow. Not every day you see a race like that. So definitely big congrats on that. And big thank yous to Ninjembro for joining me on commentary, to Bandman for doing the tracking, doing the actual hard work, to all of you in chat, all of Speed Gaming and the organizers of the tournament. And I'll leave it to you to close us out, Ninjembro.
Yeah, I mean, basically everything you said. Make sure you give the runners a follow, give Tracy a follow. Thanks to all the crew here that can make this happen. And sorry I was late. But yeah, it's been a pleasure doing commentary with you, and this was a heck of a race to be here for.
All right, see y'all at the next one.